Okay, the next thing in lesson 10 is adding, there's Hungarian folk song, but I'm going to move to the next thing. I know you guys are working on Hungarian folk song in class, and I think you can get that fairly well. You can do that on your own, but I think what I'd like to take a little time here is to talk about the next thing on page 33, and that is a dotted quarter note. When you put a dot on the front of the note, on the side of the note, okay, and it's going to add half of the value of that note. So a quarter note is takes one beat. Half of one is a half. You're going to add an extra half a beat to that. So that total of that note value is going to be 1.5 beats. It can be very confusing for students. If you take a look on your music here, the very first exercise has a quarter note tied over to an eighth note, and then followed by another eighth note. Okay, so this note is going to be sustained like this: 1, 2, and you're going to be holding it for a little bit longer. And so that first measure on that exercise goes like this: 1, 2, and 3, 4. 1, 2, and 3, 4. Okay, can you say that? Ready, go. 1, 2, and 3, 4. That's the rhythm. And it repeats again in the next measure. I'm on the rhythm study. And on the third measure, I do the same rhythm, but I rewrote it to actually come to look like a quarter note with the dot. The first two measures was kind of breaking it down to show you how the value works. Okay, I know it's a little confusing, but just listen to it as well. A shortcut for me in class, so I get everybody to be able to play, is when we're playing a tempo and they come to that dotted quarter note followed by an eighth note, which we're going to do an Ode to Joy in a second. That is, I think, of long, short, long. Now, that's kind of a cheating way of doing it, but it is a way to get my students to get the feel of how a dotted quarter note works. 1, 2, and then the next note is an eighth note. 1, 2, and 3, 4. Okay? All right. So I'm going to play through this so you can hear it. Okay? Here I go. Okay? I'm going to play through this rhythm study. You can take your finger and just touch the note as you think where I am. It might be a little confusing on this, but let's try this. Here we go. I'm going to play it. I'll do it with my metronome again. I'm going to speed it up just a little bit. Here we go. Okay, I'm going to play through this. And at home, you can play any note you want. Right now, I'm playing a C on the trumpet. It would be B flat on a flute, or B flat first position on trombone, or a G on the saxophone, or C on the clarinet. Okay, all right. So I'm going to play through this. Just watch it. Touch the notes. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now I'm going to go right to the next line. I kind of paused here. I want you to, okay? I'm going to the next line down. The rhythm changes. 1, 2, 3, 4. Why don't we try it together, the whole exercise? And if you make a mistake, kind of follow along with me. Use your ear. If you make a mistake, keep on going, okay? Let's try this. Okay, we're going to start from, we're going to do both lines, both of the lines. Ready? From the beginning. We're at the rhythm study on top of page 33. 1, 2, 3, 4. And you can rewind this and come back to this on the video if you want, all right? So hopefully that helps, and we're going to apply this to the next video and the next song in the book, which is Ode to Joy.